Let's balance one more chemical equation. The given reaction is copper reacts with dilute nitric acid. As a result, copper to nitrate, water, and nitric oxide are obtained. This reaction, the equation for this reaction has to be balanced now. This equation, if we follow the trial and error method or hit and trial method, it will be very difficult to balance because it takes much time. Therefore, to make the job easy, we can adopt another method, that is by partial equation method. Before proceeding to the partial equation method, once again by the hit and trial method, just we can list out the atoms on both the sides whether they are equal or not. The reaction is Cu plus HNO3 gives CuNO3 twice plus H2O plus NO. The atoms are copper, nitrogen, hydrogen, then oxygen. Copper at the left hand side, one atom. Right hand side also only one atom. Nitrogen at the left hand side, one atom. At the right hand side, two atoms. Hydrogen at the left hand side, one atom. Hydrogen at the right hand side, two atoms. Oxygen at the left hand side, three atoms. Oxygen at the right hand side, 2 3s are 6, 6 plus 1 7, 7 plus 1 8. 8 times at the right hand side. To make it equal, first we can multiply this nitrogen by 2 times, because right hand side 2 nitrogen but the left hand side only 1. So we are multiplying by 2. This 2 has to be written as a coefficient for this nitric acid. So when we multiply by these 2, hydrogen will change at the left hand side, that is 2 times. Oxygen also will change, that is 6 times. Now when we check both the sides of the atoms, copper, nitrogen and hydrogen are equal on both the sides. But oxygen alone is not equal. At the left hand side 6 times, but the right hand side 8 times. So by the hit and trial method, the balancing will take very long time. With many trials we need to proceed. Therefore, we are making use of the partial equation method. By the partial equation method, we are splitting the main equation, the given equation, into 3 stages. The first stage is the decomposition of dilute nitric acid into water, nitric oxide and nascent oxygen. And the second step is the oxidation of copper by the nascent oxygen to form copper 2 oxide. And the third step is the neutralization reaction of copper 2 oxide with the nitric acid. As a result, copper nitrate and water are formed. That is the third step. So we have divided the equation into 3 stages. Now the first stage, every stage, first of all, we need to balance separately. Now the first equation, hydrogen right hand side 2 times but the left hand side only 1 time. Therefore what we can do, this nitric acid needs to be multiplied by 2 times at the left hand side. Now nitrogen at the left hand side 2 times. but the right hand side it is only one time. Therefore, this nitric oxide has to be multiplied by 2. Now the left hand side, how many oxygen atoms are there? 2 3s are 6. But the right hand side, in water 1 oxygen atom, in nitric oxide 2 oxygen atoms. So 2 plus 1 3. So remaining how many required? 3. But only one nascent oxygen. Therefore, what we need to do, this has to be multiplied by 3 times. Now, when we multiply this, here the first step, we have got 3 moles of nascent oxygen. This 3 moles of nascent oxygen only will be used up in the second stage. At the second equation, when we check that it is self-balanced, 1 copper both the sides, 1 oxygen atom both the sides. But at the first equation, how many moles of nascent oxygen were obtained? 3 moles. Therefore, the second equation also, how many moles of nascent oxygen must be used up? 3 moles. As a result, the second equation as a whole, we need to multiply by 3 times. So as a result, this copper will become 3 times. This will become 3 times 3 moles of nascent oxygen and 3 moles of copper 2 oxide. Now the second step is balance. Now the third equation, copper 2 oxide, it reacts with nitric acid to form copper nitrate and water. Copper on both the sides, only one atom. Hydrogen, left hand side only one, but the right hand side 2 times. Therefore, what we need to do, this nitric acid, we need to multiply by 2 times. So when we multiply, left hand side 2 nitrogen, right hand side also 2 nitrogen. Now oxygen at the left hand side, it is 6 times. 6 plus, here in copper 2 oxide 1, 6 plus 1, 7. And the right hand side also 2 3s are 6, 6 plus 1, 6 plus 1, 7. So all the atoms are equal. So third equation separately, it is balanced. Third equation is balanced. But at the third equation, copper 2 oxide is only 1 mole. But the second equation, we have got copper 2 oxide as 3 moles. That 3 moles of copper 2 oxide will be used up at the third step. Therefore, this third equation, we need to multiply by, what is that? 3 times to make this copper 2 oxide into equal. So accordingly, this copper 2 oxide will become 3 times, and this nitric acid already it was 2 times. Therefore, after multiplication, it becomes 6 times. This copper 2 nitrate 3 times, and this 1 mole of water will become 3 times. Now all the 3 equations we need to add together. These 3 equations we need to add together. While we are adding the equations, the same substances on the opposite sides need to be cancelled. But the same substances on the same side should be added. That is the rule we need to follow. Now, first equation, 3 moles of nascent oxygen. At the second equation, 3 moles of nascent oxygen at the left hand side. First equation on the right hand side. So same substance on the opposite side. Therefore, these can be cancelled. Similarly, At the second equation, 3 moles of copper 2 oxide on the right hand side, but 3 moles of copper 2 oxide at the third equation, left hand side. So this also will be cancelled. Remaining substances of the reactants we need to write as they are. Similarly, remaining left out products we need to write as they are. Accordingly, what are left out? 3 moles of copper. That 3 moles of copper we need to write, that we can write at the next page. 3 moles of copper. 3 moles of copper we have written. So once again we can go to the previous page. Nitric acid, remaining what are the things left out? At the first equation, 2 moles of nitric acid. Then at the third equation, at the reactant side, 6 moles of nitric acid are left out. Here at the first equation, at the left hand side, 2 moles of nitric acid. At the third equation, at the left hand side, 6 moles of nitric acid. Same substances and the same side. Therefore, we need to add. So 6 plus 2, 8. Therefore, 8 moles of nitric acid. 8 moles of nitric acid. Now to the right hand side, at the third equation, what is left out? 3 moles of copper 2 nitrate. 3 moles of copper 2 nitrate. Then water. At the third equation, how many moles of water are left out? 3 moles. But the first equation, 1 mole of water is already left out. So here 3 moles. Same kind of substances at the same side to be added. So 3 plus 1, 4 moles of water. 4 moles of water we have added. The next one, the next is nitric oxide. Nitric oxide at the left hand side, at the right hand side, at the first equation, 2 moles are left out. So the 2 moles we need to write at the right hand side, 2 moles of nitric oxide. Now we have got the balance equation. The balance equation is 3 moles of copper plus 8 moles of nitric acid gives 3 moles of copper 2 nitrate plus 4 moles of water and 2 moles of nitric oxide. This is the final balance equation. If we check the atoms on both the sides, the atoms will be equal. Thank you so much for watching.